What's missing? Yeah, it's the camper. It's not there. It's because it's in the shop. And we'll see what we're doing. Welcome back to One Man and 5 Acres. I'm Trent. Today, well, we're going to take some stuff apart on the camper and get working on it. My friend William's going to come over and evaluate my roof and see what we got to do next. Working on the camper. Got my buddy Will up there, stripping everything off. Said we couldn't save the roof. There was no saving it. So he's ripping the whole thing off. Look at all that rot. We'll get you an upstairs view in a little bit. All right, everybody. We're inside the camper here. And we took the air conditioning unit out. And my buddy William is going to show you what he did up there at the top. Go. Yeah, now that I'm in here and I'm watching you walk around, I can definitely see the floor give a lot more now that we got everything off.
Especially that one right there, huh?
Yeah, it moves quite a bit.
Yeah, that's probably the weakest one in the middle.
Yeah, because when you stepped all back over this direction here, it is not giving as much.
Well, it's doubled up right here and here. So
oh,
these
okay.
are the two strongest spots on the whole thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I was looking at this and I was like, well, heck, that's a lot thicker than I thought it was. And then you're like, no, it's not like that at all.
Oh, you're tall enough. Reach up just on the other side of this board.
Okay.
Feel how thin that board is right there?
Oh, yeah. It's like only like a half-inch thick or something.
Yeah, it's like 3/4, and it's just riding on top of blocks. But you'll be able to see it in the video. I got a good shot of it.
Cool. Thanks, William. I appreciate it.
No problem. I'm going to head down.
Okay. So as we're demoing, we back here it gets real soft. So, and got holes and stuff in there. And we got to take the toilet out and replace the flooring in here too. I don't have much light in here. I don't know if you can tell the difference in the contrast of the floor here. So we dumped a bunch of stuff all over the place here. We'll get this camper back up and running. Just take a little bit of time, but we'll get her. All right, we took some of this stuff apart. You got to take these trim pieces here, or the transition strips off, which also double up as like little gutters, and it's on both sides of the camper. So, see if you can see that. That runs all the way down. Goes behind the awning here, and it runs all the way down the whole length of the trailer. And so we had to take everything off. We stripped the whole top of it off. There was no saving it. You can see how bad it's rotted out. So now my job is to clean the gutters up, or the transitions, and they're right here. So I got to scrape off all of this caulking. I got to take all this off, and then I'm going to power wash them, clean them all up, because they got a lot of crud built up on them and everything. And we can reuse these. These are reusable. There's both of them. So there's 2 of them on each side, and then on the back side here, we had to take this piece off as well. We are going to take this back piece here off because it did get some rot right here, which is pushing this out. So we're going to take all this off. and then replace whatever's rotten down here up. Everything on this side seems to be in pretty good shape. So, but we're going to expose it, and we'll see down in there and see what we got to do. As you can tell, we, ripped it off on both sides. There's some pieces up there. And then we'll recock all this stuff here. Because, see, it started doing it down here too. Started pushing it out. It's not as bad on this side as it is over there. Hopefully, we can just kind of get in there and look around here, and there's not much to really fix here. But we are going to power wash the outside of this thing, clean it all up, and we're going to redo all the maintenance to the outside, recock everything out here, down through here, and everything on this this camper. The goal is to have it done within just a couple weeks. Don't see why that shouldn't be able to happen. The roof will be going back on it tomorrow, which is Sunday. Today is Saturday. We ripped this off what was it? The other day. So we ripped it off on Thursday. So trying to get everything caught up here on camera. Wasn't able to really video much. I can't get on top of it. I am way too heavy to get up there. My buddy only weighs 160 pounds. So Will can get up there and he can walk around up there. I get up there, I crash through. So that's not a thing. So I can't really do a whole lot of video on what we're doing there. But when we get inside the camper, I'll be able to video more of that. So that'll be a lot easier to do. But that's the update on what we are doing with the camper right now. Getting it in here when we were putting it in, that was a chore. We had to put it in between the car rack here, and my buddy Mike, he came over to help watch me when I backed it in, because I knew it was going to be tight, but I wasn't for sure how tight. But as you can tell, it's pretty tight, and it did fit. So that's a good thing. So if I ever have to do maintenance on here, and I don't want to do it outside, it will fit. But yeah, it's pretty tight. Tires, they did make it through there. They kind of rubbed just a little bit, but not enough to hurt anything. And then I got to replace the battery for the breakaway. So it needs a new battery put in there. So I'll get that done as well. And yeah, got some work to do to her. She's been sitting for a while. And when you park these things, you don't think about them, until you need them. And we've had this one now for, let's see here, it's a 2005. So this thing's almost 20 years old. And we've had this thing all over the country. So it's had a lot of road miles put on it. And we always just, I took it for granted. Everybody, didn't think nothing about it and didn't really do a whole lot of maintenance. We just jumped in it and took off all the time. Well, I wanted to go jump in and take off, and that's when I found that the roof was leaking. Hadn't been in it for about a year and a half. So, yeah, got to get all this trim pulled off, and we'll get it back up. So that's where we're at on the camper right now. And so hopefully we can show you some more stuff. If I can, I will. But yeah, it's just held up there with screws, those transition strips. And you just take the screws out, pull them off. And then you basically just scrape and pull and tug and get all the rubber roof off. Which my buddy William, he did all that. And he put a lot of work up there. So, but that's where we're at on the camper. So, yeah. We'll try to show you some more, and then I don't know how far along I'll let this video go, or how long I'll do it in between sessions. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of time of what we're doing and how we're going by doing it, and stuff like that. I'll try to show you in depth in some things if I can. It just depends. My buddy William, he likes to move really quick, so I gotta try to keep up with him. So if he's moving faster than I can go, well, I'll try to show you what I can. On this one, it just won't be as in depth as what I usually do it, like when I work on my cars and stuff, because I can control that a lot better. So, but yeah, it don't look good right now, but we'll hopefully here soon we'll be able to show you a good roof and what it should look like. So, yep. All right, well, we'll be back after a while here soon, and we'll show you what we got going and what we've got done. All right, we're working on these transition strips here. As you can tell, it's got a bunch of glue on the back side of them, so I'm taking all the glue off of it, throwing it in the trash. But this right here would be mounts up against, say this is the wall of the camper. This mounts to it. You can see the screw holes are here. There's like a plastic channel that fits in between here that holds it down, so it covers up the screws and everything. And then this bolts to it, and this also helps hold the top of the roof down. So when it folds over, this pinches it, and then you put a bunch of this glue on there, smash it all together, and it keeps it from leaking. So, and then this channel right here is like a gutter. So everything rolls off, goes in here, and it drips off the edges on each end of the camper. So everything will come off there. So what I've been doing is I've got several of these trash cans set up here along the lines. See if you can see this. So you can have it all the way down like that. So I can sit here and clean all this stuff off. Because we're going to reuse these. There's nothing wrong with them. So basically all we're doing is taking this putty knife. It's not really, it's a gasket remover is what it is tool. I use it on cylinder heads and stuff like that. Anyhow, it works great for taking this stuff off. I've already got 2 of these here done. This one here's the front transition strip, and this one here is this is another side that goes to this one here. So I've got all of it cleaned off. You can see it's a lot better than this here. Clean it all off of there. So I'm going to put some more, silicone on it. This isn't silicone. I don't know what this stuff is called. My buddy William, he rattled off what this stuff's called, but this stuff is thick and tacky. But this is his thing. I don't know nothing about this, so whatever he says on these goes, because if I don't know about it. I get how it all goes together and stuff, and I could probably help him put it back together, no problem. But I don't know what you should use and shouldn't use. So I'm at the mercy of him. So what he says it needs, that's what it gets. He knows what he's doing. So he's been doing this kind of stuff for years, not on campers, but this type of work, doing roofing and stuff like that. He does commercial roofing, so he knows way more about this than I do. So I'm going to continue on getting this stuff stripped off of there. I mean, basically, all you're going to do is take this putty knife and not drop it. That's what you're not supposed to do. Get this out of the way. Not up to getting up. Just scoot this thing back to me. There we go. All right. And just lay it in there and peels it up. That's all I got to do. Okay, so I got everything over here cleaned off on this. They're all sitting up there up against the wall here. I got all the trim, all the transition strips all cleaned off, got all that stuff off of there. We put the roofing, we put the 1/4-inch plywood on the top. We did go ahead and pull out the toilet out of the camper. And then over here, Yeah, I'm gonna go up the ladder here. Actually, I'm gonna open this up and make it easier for me. Hold on. Okay, and this is what he's got done. Got all new plywood on the top, all the way down there. Got the hole cut for the AC. Hole cut for the vent. And then the vent where the bathroom is. Everything's cut there. He's got it all put in there. Now all we gotta do is put the PVC on top of it. And he will get that, probably get that done next week sometime. So yeah, so that's where we're at on this. Like I said, we're just gonna have to show you bits and pieces of what's going on with it as we go. So far this is where we're at on it right now. And let me tell you, this right here is way thicker than what they had on it. It's probably half of this board of this plywood. It was probably half as thick as this 1/4-inch plywood that was up there. So we've actually, by putting this up there, we actually made the roof stronger than what it was. So that's where we're at right now. I'll keep videoing as the progression goes. And yeah, we got this done today. That's where we're at. So this is a 30-foot camper, but the roof itself, I think he said it was 27 and 7 inches or 6 inches long or something like that. But but down at its longest point, from longest point to longest point, it's 30 foot. So come to find out that the top of this camper was a lot worse than what we thought. We only had to replace a corner, some structural corner down here. We had to replace some wood here, and then right here in this back corner, we had to replace some stuff there. That was it. So it was very little, but we're gonna still take off this outer panel on the very back of the camper and check for some extra damage there. We may have to do some more repairs there. But the floor in the camper on the back side around the toilet and the tub and stuff, it's gone. So we'll show you that here. I'll show you that here next. So back here, this whole back panel here has to come off all the way down so we can get in here, see where it separated it. This right here has been pushed out. So I got to get back here, find out what's going on here, take this back off here real quick and see if there's any structural damage to the back, and if there is, then I'm going to go ahead and fix it. So this all's got to come off. I'm going to work on that throughout the week. This here I'm going to try to do myself. William's a busy man, so you know I've got to be able to try to do some of it myself. The roof he'll take care of it real good, so I'm not worried about that. So that's where we're at here. All right, everyone. So we took that back part off of the camper, and let's see here. So in this video, you're going to see where we've kind of moved ahead pretty quick on some things, and so there's that. You're going to see some of this. This has been several days. So we started on it last week, and I'm going to show you the progression of where we're at within a week's time. I've worked on this through the week. Today is Saturday, the 27th. So we worked on this thing all day. I had some help with the back, getting some of it apart. I've done some of it myself, and then I've had a lot of help from my son-in-law. He's helped me out a lot. He's a lot smaller than I am, so he's able to get in small places. So I just grab a hold of him and throw him in there and say, hey, you're smaller than me, get in there. So that's pretty much how I put it. And he's been in there working hard and stuff. and I'll get this camera switched around, and I'll show you what the pile basically the pile of garbage that I've got. So we opened that up, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it got bad real quick. A lot worse than I thought it would be. But I've got wood and stuff to start repairing it and getting it back in order. However, it's bad. I mean, I was not expecting it to be this bad. I knew it was going to be bad, but not like this. So I'm going to show you the materials that I have, and then we'll go back and I'll show you how bad it really is. Okay, so we're back up here to the front of this camper. We are going to take the transition strip all the way down here off on both sides, and we're going to reseal this. We're not going to pull the front off. We're just going to reseal it. I don't have any problems with the flooring up here. It's still pretty solid, so I don't have any problems here. I got some 2x4s, and a couple of the 2x4s have been stripped down, which is perfect. I got these free. My buddy William, my buddy Will came in for me again. He knew a guy that had these, and then I didn't know that he knew the same guy that I knew, and he was getting these, and he got these 2x4s for free. So, and he told me if I needed any more, I was more than welcome to come and get them. He has got a ton of it. So, there's that. They're 8 foot long, which is great. So, we got that. I got 2 sheets, 3/4 inch plywood. These I had to pay for. I got those there. I got those at Lowe's. Had to get some more insulation and everything. So that's what that's to get it somewhat back together, at least the framing part. Now, here's the toilet we took out. There's nothing wrong with it. This is the glue that went up top. He emptied a jug out of it. We got some more insulation here. And that is everything that came out of the back of this trailer. Along with that. So, as you can tell, there's insulation all caught up in this. So we're going to walk back here behind everything. Those are the sheets. The aluminum siding. It's all right here. There's all the lights we pulled off. So this was all on the back of the trailer. Now I'll show you the disaster. Yeah, it is gone. That's down to the floor joists. This floor joist here, I'm gonna have to cut it. I'm either gonna cut it or sandwich it with some new stuff, because it is rotted completely out right here. Down the side here is actually in okay shape. I was really surprised there. That's the side of the thing here, but this only goes down so far. So it only goes down to about here. So I'm going to have to replace this whole panel. This panel here is going to have to be pulled out and replaced. I may not go all the way down because I don't need to, but I may just go down halfway and then just kind of piece a new piece in there somehow or something. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. The structure, you're supposed to be like a 2x2 going straight up here. It's gone. There's nothing there. It goes all the way up to the top of the roof. We couldn't put the roof all the way down and fix that until everything else is done. So I got to fix it all the way up to there. Fix all this here. This is all rotted up through here. So I'm going to have to cut it and put a new panel in across. I'm going to have to tie it in somewhere in here. All the way down. This board here, I mean, it's gone. So I'll have to put all new, I'm going to put a 2x4. This is actually, I don't know, 1x1 or something like that. It's a little bit bigger than a 1x1. There's 2 of them. They got them sandwiched together. This thing is built cheap as cheap can get. Can't believe how cheap they are. And then run this, I got to run all the way down through here. And then, as you can tell, there's a screw here. There's no board. It's gone. It was completely disintegrated. I got to go all the way up into there and replace that. So I'm gonna take this here off right here in the corner, put a new piece in right here, and then I got to sandwich a few because I can't do anything because the roof has been put on. So I'm gonna have to sandwich it all up and secure it with some fresh wood. And then you just go down here, and as you can tell, that's where the toilet was. The tub was right here. The floor is basically, it stops getting bad up by where that refrigerator is, which is right there. It stops right there. So I'm gonna have to go from there down to here, replace it, and the sink was here. So the walls, though, however, from basically from this corner here up are fine, which is good. I'm really happy with that. The floor joists in here, they were wet still. Everything was still wet. So we opened it all up, and now everything is drying up finally. So I have to put insulation back in here. So I have to re-insulate all this, which is not a big deal. But yeah, we have to re-insulate this and then put the flooring back in. We measured it. Because it's so thick, we had to kind of guess. I went with 3/4 inch is what we're going to put back here with actual plywood. Get rid of that particle crap. That stuff's junk. So we get that all out of here. And then we may have to pull the refrigerator out. And I think it might have creeped up there to the refrigerator a little bit too. We're not sure yet, but we'll find out. But yeah, he got real bad real quick. This is the electric box. Everything goes through this. I did not disconnect none of that. We just kind of picked it up and set it off to the side and just kind of left it sit right there. So I still got to get most of this paneling off here. I'm going to put a small panel here across here, so because I got to replace some things here and there. So I've got my work cut out. But we're getting it done. Once I get this ball back here framed back up, I'll be able to put the panels back on, and then everything else is just going to be on the inside. I'll be working on the inside and inside only. So I'll be able to get everything else situated. So yeah, it got real bad real quick. I did not realize it was this bad until we started taking it apart, and let me tell you, it's bad. So, and look, they use staples on everything. This is just a staple. There's like, why? they don't, they just shoot it with staples. I mean, everything, staples. Nothing really major structural to hold it. That's all that holds these things together. And then there's a random amount of screws that they put in it, and that's about it. But there's a lot of work here. Most of this so far I have really good friends. A lot of this has been, friends helping me out. My buddy Mike came over, helped me rip the back of this part off, getting some of the siding off. We did it real slow, getting it off. He was able to help me. I'm glad because it took more than 2 hands to get it off. Like I said, my son-in-law Willett, he's done all this in here. He's ripped all this out. I basically just stood here and said, "Hey, do this, this, and that," and that's basically what he did. And he's basically done all this. So I just can't fit in here. I mean, I can walk up and down the aisles and stuff, but this little small areas and stuff, I can't do that. I just can't get in here. It's not built for a big guy at all. I mean, I think they built it for, no pun intended, but I think they built it for midgets. I really do. I don't know anybody that was, in my family can get back here except for me. There's no way. So, and then this right here is a bunk bed. Right here, this right here is supposed to be a bunk or a bunk bed. Up at top here is the bunk up top. So I didn't want to rip this out because it's still in pretty good shape. It's actually it's built halfway decent. I mean, it wouldn't hold me, but it'll hold some, it'll hold an average sized person back here, no problem. So, but yeah, we've been trying to get this all done. So I'm going to try to get all the screws. There's some screws in the floor, like right there. So what I'm going to try to do is we're going to try to do a couple runners and sandwich it together, so I don't have to take them all apart if I don't have to. I know this main piece here all the way down there, it has to come out. But for the most part, now all we got to do is just I got the shop vac and stuff. We're going to suck all this crap out of here and lay new insulation in here. And I think there's a couple holes in the vapor barrier on the bottom. We got some stuff to seal that and retape it to fix that. And let's see here. And then I got to resure this up. I got to take this drain here for the toilet. I got to take that apart, get it out of there so I can stick it back down and mount it back to the floor so we can put the toilet back in there. And I am not 100% sure how that's going to come out down underneath. I'm hoping that I can just cut it and put a union in the middle of it to put it back together. Put some pipe dope on it, put it back together, and it's fixed. I'm hoping that's what I can do. Should be able to. So, a lot of work. And I was hoping to have this done in a couple weeks. Looks like we're going to go into maybe 2 more weeks. And then it should be done. I'm hoping. And then that's back in. Oh yeah, the roof is back on. I will have to give you a video of that. You can see up there's the PVC roofing. It's done all the way down. And it's all it needs now is the transition strips put on it. And then I got to get this whole back piece back on it. And then that can be folded back down and reattached. So that's where we're at on this right now. There's going to be a couple parts, probably a part 2. Well, definitely going to be a part 2. This is part 1. And there'll probably be a part 2, maybe even a part 3. So that's pretty much everything in a nutshell. The air conditioning unit is on top of the roof. We just didn't put it in tonight. I think we're going to do that maybe tomorrow, so we can get it hooked back up. At least I can say then there's something, everything's accomplished basically up top. So there's that. All right. So as you can tell, we've been very busy trying to get this camper done. So I'm hoping, we can get it done in a, reasonable amount of time. I did order some new steps for it because the steps on this is just wore out. I mean, they've been on here for, I don't know. I'd say probably, gosh, they've been on here since it was brand new. So they've been on there, 19 years. So they've been on here for a while. But yeah, so we're just plugging away at this and everything. I hope you like this video. I know it's not like in depth on everything that I'm doing to it. Like I said, I can't do it every little bit because I'm on a time crunch on, getting this done and getting it out of there, because I still have a garden to get done. And which I have started on the garden already. We haven't planted nothing, but we did till it. Yeah, I got a lot of things going I got a lot of things going. I'm busy, plus work. So it's been crazy, doing just about everything we can. The other thing is I need to get it out of here because, I got things I got to work on too, as far as, in the shop things. And then didn't sell the tractor, the John Deere tractor. Haven't done that yet. Where are we at on that thing? I don't think that tractor wants to leave here. Every time I turn around, I find something else wrong with it. And now all of a sudden the clutch decided it doesn't want to disengage on it. I've tried different ways to try to break it loose, you know, from it sitting for a little bit. But last year I drove it all over the place and the clutch worked just fine. Now all of a sudden it's not working. Don't know what that's about. So if I can't get it freed up and get it working, I'm going to have to split the tractor in half and pull that out. So yeah, not a good thing, not fun. So there's that. So yeah, I've got a lot of things coming up that needs done, but this camper has to be ready. We're going to go on vacation, and this is what we're using. So yeah, I'm on a time crunch on that one too. So yeah, I got to get this thing done. I still want to pull the wheels off of it and check the bearings and the hubs, make sure they're greased okay. And I want to check the brakes and make sure they're okay. I've never checked the brakes on this thing. They just work. So I've never had any problems or even thought about it, but I need to check it, maybe even do an adjustment on it. So that's where we're at on that. Can't think of anything else to update. But yeah, this will be several parts of a video until I can get it done. Along with sprinkled through with a bunch of other videos going through that I've been working on as well. So, but anyhow, I'm rambling on again, but basically that's what we got going on. If you like these videos, please hit the like button. That helps my channel out, a lot. Leave a comment, share these with your friends if you want, and but definitely leave a comment. I like that. Ring the bell, subscribe. That way, when you ring that bell, you know when I post a new one, and you'll get an update saying, hey, I got a new video out there. But I appreciate everybody that has been watching. I enjoy doing these videos, and I'm going to continue to do them. And yeah. And before I let you go, we are getting hogs. We are doing the pigs. I wanted to already be started on that. I was not expecting to be this in-depth in this camper. So that's kind of put on hold. Pretty much just until I get things to where I'm a little bit more caught up. So, but anyhow, I hope you enjoy this one, and yeah, we'll see you all later. Bye.